Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Loach. Welcome to another episode of Daily Bread, where we go over Proverbs and go over really just scriptures, the word of God. Right now, we're on Proverbs 4. This series really been charging me up, man, especially in my wisdom. It's really been giving me a bird's eye view on life and the direction he leading me into, man. And it's really been encouraging me too, because I'm reading the Bible, but it helps to talk about it with you guys because I get new revelations whenever I go through the scriptures as well. So yeah, man, I'm just glad y'all enjoying the series. If you could do me a favor, just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you're enjoying this series. But without further ado, let's get into the reading. A father's wise advice. My children, listen when your father corrects you. Pay attention and learn good judgment, for I am giving you good guidance. Don't turn away from my instructions, for I too was once my father's son, tenderly loved as my mother's only child. My father taught me, take my words to heart, follow my commands, and you will live. Right here, just a side note, Proverbs was written by Solomon, King Solomon. So Solomon's father was King David, the second king of Israel. Just keep that in mind. My father told me, take my words to heart, follow my commands, and you will live. Get wisdom, develop good judgment. Don't forget my words and turn away from them. Don't turn your back on wisdom, for she will protect you. Love her and she will guard you. Getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. And whatever else you do, develop good judgment. If you prize wisdom, she will make you great. Embrace her and she will honor you. She will place a lovely wreath on your head. She will present you with a beautiful crown. And just a side note as well, King David wrote the whole book of Psalms. So Psalms is a book of songs and prayers. Well, he wrote mainly like the first half of it. Also in the book of Psalms, which is key, David prophesies about the coming of Jesus. So David was a symbol of Jesus because he was a king and a prophet, and David was known as God's beloved. So right here, this first section is pretty much like the common theme, right? So wisdom in Proverbs is described as a lady. So Lady Wisdom. Don't turn your back on wisdom and she will protect you. Like, always seek wisdom. Wisdom comes from the Lord, right? When we have knowledge without the Lord, it's just like, it just brings like a sense of pride. Like the smartest people, like, you ever met somebody that's like really smart and they really like prideful because of how smart they are? Like that's wisdom without God. Like wisdom teaches you how to operate in life, how to find a woman, how to fellowship between you and the people around you. That's what true wisdom does. Knowledge that's not wisdom, it just brings pride. So my child, listen to me. Do as I say, and you will have a long, good life. I will teach you wisdom's ways and lead you in straight paths. When you walk, you won't be held back. When you run, you won't stumble. Take hold of my instructions. Don't let them go. Guard them, for they are the key to life. Don't do as the wicked do, and don't follow the path of evildoers. Don't even think about it. Don't go that way. Turn away and keep moving. For evil people can't sleep until they've done the evil deed for the day. They can't rest until they cause someone to stumble. They eat the food of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. Wow. I was watching a documentary the other day. It was about like King Von. It was by Traveler Ross. It was just talking about how like Von and his homie T-Roy and all the guys from like that was in a set, right, in a Black Disciple set. Like all these guys love like gun smoke, like violence. They love to wake up and kill. They had like no remorse towards it. And as you can see, like how their life like kind of ended. It was like a trap, like they didn't live to be very old, they die young, and it's just wickedness. And it's just like, if you look around, there's so many people, that thrive off that wickedness, off of gun smoke, especially now. Like the music is getting more and more violent. Like it's more and more cool to be like a super savage, to be an actual gangster, murderer, all that stuff. And even if you're not, it's even weaker because you're not even a gangster, you're not even doing that, but you perpetuating it in the music. I'm using music as an example because I am a musician, I am an artist. it. So it's just really whack. And here in Proverbs, we get to talk about it a little bit more. Don't drink the wine of violence. It's like whenever you get a taste of violence, even with me, like growing up, I used to love like fighting. And it's just like something about fighting gave me like a sense of pride, because it's just like, oh yeah, like if I can fight, if I can knock somebody out or do something like that, it's just like, it's enticing. It gives you that sense of pride, that sense of ego, and it makes you want to keep indulging into it. I'm assuming it's the same with like killing people, right? Once you take a life, like you just have that pride and ego, like I have the power to take somebody's life. And it's just like, it make you feel like it's intoxicating. It's like once you take a sip of it, you want to continue to drink it, right? I think that's why they call it like wine, because wine is like the same, right? Like wine is like, it gets you kind of lit. It gets you, it gets you right. It says they can't sleep until they do their evil deeds. That's crazy. The way of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, which shines ever bright until the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like total darkness. They have no idea what they are stumbling over. My child, pay attention to what I say. Listen carefully to my words. Don't lose sight of them. Let them penetrate deep into your heart, for they bring life to those who find them and healing to the whole body. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Wow. Your heart. Let's go back. My child, pay attention to what I say. Listen carefully to my words. Do not lose sight of them. Let them penetrate deep into your heart, for they bring life to those who find them and healing to the whole body. Guard your heart above all else. It determines the course of your life. Avoid all perverse talk. Stay away from corrupt speech. Look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you. Mark out a straight path for your feet. Stay on the safe path. Don't get sidetracked. Keep your feet from following evil. This just reminds me of the verse in the Bible that says, like, the path of righteousness, I'm going to sum it up. The path of righteousness is a narrow road, and wide is the road to hell. To walk straight in life, to walk righteously and upright, it's not hard, but it's simple. I feel like, no, sometimes it is hard. I don't want to say it's not hard. It's simple. It may be difficult, but it's simple. And it's just following God, right? Keeping your eyes straight, right? I like how God makes his path to him straight. It's not like foggy. It's not like windy. Like you gotta go all the way over here, gotta go all the way over here. I mean, it's not like unclear, right? It's straight. He makes it very clear. That's what I like about God. Like, God is the God of like clarity. Like, God makes it clear for you. He shows you the light. He gives us a conscience. That way we know when we doing wrong, right? We have to intentionally do bad, right? We don't just necessarily do bad by accident, Like most of the bad situations, even when it is somehow accidental, how we got there, it's just like we could have said no so many times before we arrive to that point where it's accidental, right? What comes to my mind is like cheating, right? Like, we could have stopped at the texting, we could have stopped at the little smiles and the eye gazes, right? But we just continue, ignore till it ends up being full blown cheating, right? And it's just like, he makes it so simple for us to just go after him and to find his wisdom. It says, if we want wisdom, just ask God. God gives wisdom to us richly, right? So don't get sidetracked, guys. There's so many distractions in the world. I know personally, just from YouTube and whatever else, the corn industry, you know what I'm saying? The NBA finals going on. It's so many things to distract you. Music, it's always a tour or something. It's so many things. And I'm not saying not to enjoy your life. Like, yes, enjoy your life. Like, God gives us life and life abundantly. Yes, enjoy it. But just remember where wisdom is coming from. Remember who is the source of it all. Like, we look out into nature and we see trees and we see mountains and we see oceans. We see stars, we see moons, so many wonders, right? So many things seen and unseen, right? And it's just like, there has to be a creator. Somebody had to orchestrate this, right? To know us, our biology, even looking deep into our cells, the organization of it all. It has to be a creator. None of this happened by accident. If you know none of this happened by accident, that's great. You're on a good path. I'm just here to tell you that God makes things so simple. He makes things very, very, very simple. And it's very, very easy to find him. We just have to ask. We have to go, like right here, it say, guard your heart above all else, right? God knows our heart. God knows our heart if we want to seek him or not seek him, right? He's open to revealing himself if we're seeking him with our whole heart, right? Jesus said, love God with your whole heart, with all your mind, with all your soul. God is a spirit, so we worship him in spirit and in truth. Seek God with your whole heart. Keep your heart pure. Don't be corrupted by evil. There's so much wickedness around here. It's so easy to get into wickedness, but just walk after God and seek him, and he will direct your path. That's the end of this video. I'll see you on the next episode. We're going to cover Proverbs 5. This Daily Bread with your boy Loach. Ghost Gang, we out of here. Peace out.
Not forever.